Taylor Swift says an ex-convict keeps showing up at her house uninvited, falsely claiming she's the mother of his child, and she says he even changed the address on his driver's license to her Los Angeles residence. The pop star beelined it to court Friday and filed for a temporary restraining order against a 45-year-old man named Brian Jason Wagner, who he claims has been harassing her for years, starting when he was incarcerated. In the docs obtained by TMZ, Taylor claims Wagner showed up at her LA estate on consecutive days in May, asking to see her and telling her security team he was there to check on a friend, which Taylor says is a bunch of baloney. Taylor says her security team ran a criminal history report on Wagner, which she says resulted in her learning he was previously incarcerated. She says she was then alerted that he'd been sending her lengthy communications from behind bars, which she says were mostly fabricated stories about his involvement in her personal life. What's more, Taylor claims Wagner used concerning and threatening language in the communications and tried to divert mail from her residence. She says he even lied to the Department of Motor Vehicles, DMV, to somehow change the address on his driver's license to my Los Angeles home. Taylor says Wagner previously showed up to her home at least 3 times in July 2024, including one alleged visit where he was allegedly carrying a glass bottle that could have been used as a weapon. She says she has never met or communicated with Wagner and is asking the court to order Wagner to stay at least 100 yards away from her, her home, her workplace, and her car. Meanwhile, in a major setback for Justin Baldoni, the It Ends With Us director, star's countersuit against Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds have been tossed out by the judge. The Wayfarer parties have not alleged that Lively is responsible for any statements other than the statements in her CRD complaint, which are privileged, Judge Lyman wrote in the opinion and order filing viewed by People. The Wayfarer parties have alleged that Reynolds and publicist Leslie Sloan made additional statements accusing Baldoni of sexual misconduct, and that The Times made additional statements accusing the Wayfarer parties of engaging in a smear campaign. But the Wayfarer parties have not alleged that Reynolds, Sloan, or The Times would have seriously doubted these statements were true based on the information available to them, as is required for them to be liable for defamation under applicable law. The judge added, the Wayfarer parties' additional claims also fail. Accordingly, the amended complaint must be dismissed in its entirety.